Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Nicholas here. Hope everyone's having a good day. This is definitely not the content that you're probably used to seeing, but regardless, I just kind of wanted to post it. This is a live commentary type of thing. It's a very early 2010s YouTube type of thing where, the person just kind of talks and there's no script or there's no message. It's literally just them talking with some filler gameplay or whatever. And I kind of just wanted to talk to you guys about some things about the year, things that have been going on so far, because I feel very disconnected with my community despite trying my best, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm going to use this as my 2025 year video. Maybe, I don't know, depending on how I feel come December. I think the first thing I really want to talk about is 2025, how it went as a year. And I would say that 2025 as a year was some of the craziest shit ever. I think it's kind of crazy how a year could be so chaotically good and so chaotically negative at the same time. There's been so many good moments I've had this year, but there's been also a lot of terrible moments that I've had this year. I think something that's really carrying over my head like a rain cloud that never leaves is content creation. I know it's corny to say and it's kind of sad to think, but like for me, content creation is almost like everything I do. Like I don't really wake up and some people are excited to do things or like they want to learn or they are excited to play games. Like what makes me happy and what makes me excited and what makes me feel good is, making content, having people react to the content, people saying like, oh, this was a great video, or I had so much fun during the stream, just making people's day feel better. And when it comes to content, I would say that unfortunately this year has been a failure for my content, just because I didn't really see much of a growth, and if anything, I felt like I've seen a decline. And it's not anybody's fault. It's not like I'm blaming anyone, but when I first started streaming or making content freshly on this account, it was September of last year, and starting off I just got really lucky. I mean, I did a couple streams, but I remember I played Undertale for the first time and I was averaging maybe 500 viewers on TikTok and like 60 viewers on Twitch. And now I'm lucky to even get 2 viewers on Twitch and whatever on TikTok. And I'm not trying to blame anyone or say like it's all someone's fault, because the reality is that's not how things work. There's always a reason for something. There's never an unknown variable. The reason I believe why I've fell off, quote unquote, or in my mind why I can't let off this endless amount of like anger, it's simply because that the content has declined in one way or another, whether it's game selection, people I hang out with, what is entertaining and what's not. Like that type of thing always changes, and that's why you'll see every year someone new pop off or someone old kind of die out. Like it's kind of how things go when you play this game of content. I just wanted to say that I don't blame anyone. I know it's pretty stupid that it affects me this much. I think a good analogy that I would use would be like an author. Let's say your first book you've ever made becomes a New York's bestseller, or whatever the fuck that means, and you have some mild success and you're feeling good, but then every book you ever publish kinda just declines and it'll never live up to the good old days or the great moments, which is kind of sad thinking about like having a 1 year trying career of content and you already think that you fuck up. That's just kind of how I mentally think. I'm the type of guy where no matter how hard someone will be, I will always be 10 times harder on myself, because I know I'm delusional enough and I know I love this thing enough to where I care. And sometimes it can kind of get annoying because I wanted to be a content creator since I was a little kid. It's all I ever thought about. People will tell you different, but I remember just watching videos when I was a young kid, like the Vanoss crew, the Z House, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier. Like when I looked up to these guys, they were all nerdy figures, if that makes sense. They weren't like seen as cool. Like if you said something about like one of those YouTubers, not only would people have a chance that they wouldn't even know what you're talking about, but they would also be like, not make fun of you, but they would be like, okay, like this kid's fucking weird. Nowadays it's all like, do you know Kai Cenat, do you know Speed, that sort of thing, and it's kind of seen as like cool. It kind of makes me frustrated because I will always remember how people didn't want to see me succeed in a sense, and now like everyone wants to do it. if that kind of makes sense. It's almost like I've seen times change, but it's like I didn't change. and it kind of makes me frustrated that more people are paying attention to it in a sense, which is weird. I should be happy about it, and I should be like more giddy to see like, hey, look, like more people are appreciating what I appreciated when I was young. But the thing is, they're not appreciating it, and they're like destroying the art, if that makes sense. I'm not saying my content's the greatest, and obviously I'm not saying like I deserve everything, no one doesn't, but I feel like so many content creators now are kind of just doing it for money, and it's kind of doing it for job. And if you want to do content to pay your bills, like there's no shame in that, but I feel like you need to understand content creation isn't just for paying bills. That's what I think. Like I always truly want to do something great, and I always do want to add my personality to these videos or whatever it may be, but I understand some people just want to have money, and there's no problem with that. Overall, I just think 2025 for my content has been a failure. I wish there was more I could say of how I could fix it. I honestly sometimes don't know where I'm going wrong. I wish I could say that like I had the cheat code and whatever I could do to fix the problems I was having with content I could just instantly fix, but that's kind of the roller coaster of emotions you're gonna feel when making something creative in a sense. I feel like I've had good moments, I feel like I've learned a lot of things, but when you look at the statistics, like the odds aren't in my favor. Despite the numbers not being crunched up together well and saying it's a down year, I still had fun making content. I just really want to emphasize how much content really does mean to me, and how it's not draining, but more just sad when I'm like really excited to post something and it doesn't do as good as I think it does, or booting up a stream and I'm hoping to see people, some familiar faces again. And again, in my mind, I don't think like as soon as I go live, everyone should just pause their life and come give me attention, because that's not how things work. But I remember when I first started out and I would go live and I'd see people typing in chat, talking to each other, having a community, and that felt more important to me than any paycheck could. That was why I want to get back to that. And I think that 2026, I need to level up my schedule in a sense. And what I really need to do is like lock the fuck in. Something about me that people may have not known is when I was young, I was diagnosed with ADHD. I think it's pretty abundant in my personality, but I have a hard time just doing things in general. I'm a very late bloomer, but no, I'm a very late bloomer with these type of things. I have a hard time learning, and that kind of affected my confidence level growing up, because I remember in school, I was always that kind of kid who always needed extra help learning things, or I would like delay doing things because I knew I couldn't. And the worst part is when you delay doing something you know you want to do, which is kind of how my content feels sometimes. If I told you guys I only went to school 3 times a week and 4 days I do jack shit, people would be like, well, why don't you stream every day? Why don't you release 2 videos a week? And it's so easy to make an excuse and say, oh, I do this or this happens. But honestly, my real reason is just like time goes by so quick, and then my body just like dejects it. It's like kind of weird. With my current schedule, I do want to fix my YouTube things. My goal essentially is I want to make 2 YouTube videos a week, because if I have 4 days of freeness, I want to be able to upload 2 videos. So I was thinking it takes me roughly 6 hours to edit a video, split the days in 2. So then it's like Monday, Saturday, edit a video, post it on Sunday, and then Sunday, Monday, edit a video, post it on like Wednesday, whatever it may be. But I also just want to make content that makes people happy. It just feels like I failed at that, and I just wanted to be honest about it. I don't want to act like you guys only know me from what I show on camera. One thing about me personally that not many people will probably know is I am crazy about my life. It's almost like Whiplash. If you guys ever watched Whiplash, yeah, everyone's fucking watched Whiplash. I'm not gonna explain the plot, but I feel like that kid. Like I feel like that guy, like in the movie. You know, sometimes I catch myself like in the mirror in the morning, like just talking to myself about content and trying to relate it to people. But like, there's not many people in my life who care about content as much as I do, and there's no shame in that. But like, that's all I think about from start to day. It's all I think about. Am I going to make the next viral video? Am I going to grow my channel? What can I do? Like, it's kind of unhealthy how much I think about it. My content this year was great, I think. But it also sucked because I obviously didn't fulfill what I needed to do. I don't even know what direction I'm going with this. This is a crazy rant. I think this segment, I just kind of wanted to say thank you guys for all the moments. But, like, internally, this year is a failure. I need to do more. I need to be better. I just need to be a better streamer. I think I need to make my streams more interactive for people. And I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know why, but I got to figure it out soon. There's a lot of people that I feel don't get appreciated in my community enough for just like joining streams, showing support, dropping money and shit. And I wish there was a way I could show my appreciation more than saying, oh, thank you for this, thank you for that. Because it truly does mean a lot. Like, I don't think you guys understand how much it truly just makes me happy that I can make you guys happy. Maybe this is me maybe this is a call for help. I'm asking like, yo, help me out. What do y'all want from me? I don't know. It's just like, I just felt like I wanted to post a rambling video. Overall, I just want to say that I will want the content to improve. I need to learn how to improve the content. There's still a lot I need to learn. Still a lot that could happen. It's only November. Well, as I'm recording this, it's technically Halloween. Happy Halloween, by the way. I personally feel like maybe some things can change November, December, but I personally feel like I just need to fucking lock in. And I need to just shut the fuck up and do shit. I don't think anyone's even gonna listen to this part of the video, so that's kind of funny. If anyone does listen to it though, what's your favorite color of milk? I'd say mine is a light ebony. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, see ya.